contain pathogens that cause people to get sick. The city of St. John says Tucker Park and Lily Lake are closed for swimming. This is due to high levels of E. coli bacteria. And Public Health has also posted an advisory that Oak Bay Provincial Park is closed for swimming. For a general refresher course on how E. coli becomes a health issue, we spoke to microbiologist Keith Warner.
All right, so E. coli is our friend and also our enemy. And as a friend, it's been our workhorse of research on bacteria and how they work. And within our GI tract, it actually produces vitamin K. It's a very good probiotic. However, when we find it in water, it's not a good sign, because what that indicates, because E. coli is adapted not only to our GI tract or gastrointestinal tract, but animals as well. So when we find E. coli in water, it basically means there's fecal material there. And when there's fecal material there, means there's going to be germs that can make us sick. So salmonella, norovirus, cryptosporidium, cyclospora, all these nasty ones. So although E. coli by itself is non-pathogenic, although there are some serious E. coli that are pathogenic, like the E-tex that we get when we drink contaminated ice, when we go to our exotic holidays, and obviously E. coli 157. Basically, E. coli in water signifies manure, fecal contamination, which then can mean all these other nasty bugs being there.
And so the concern when one is swimming, I guess, is this splashing into your mouth, is you consuming the water.
Yeah, so when you go swimming, and even worse, rafting, you tend to swallow the water. And some of these pathogens only need a very small amount, like norovirus, for example, a virus, only 20 virons to make you get the 24-hour flu, as we call it. And so drinking, just swallowing water, even inhaling, can be fairly dangerous. So this is why we have advisories not to swim when the E. coli levels are high.
What would be the symptoms of getting sick from E. coli?
Well, E. coli by itself isn't pathogenic. There are some that are. So with E-tech, for example, you get diarrhea and sickness. With E. coli 157, it gets a bit more serious, kidney failure. When we start getting into the more exotic ones, the parasites like cryptosporidium, cyclospora, or giardia, they give you this sort of persistent diarrhea. So typically, these bugs that make us ill, like norovirus, will give us sickness for 24 hours. But what you'll notice with some of them, they actually can go on for weeks and be reoccurring. If you're really in that sort of group, which is highly susceptible, the old, the young, and immunocompromised, you're better off going to a swimming pool rather than swimming in lakes and coastal areas.
Well, now, just getting to the beach isn't as fun as it